Hey, this is Jake doing a quick review on the FEELWORLD 5.5 inch field monitor. We bought this monitor for our Ronin S. We've been using that for a few months and love it, but when you're using it, when you go to underslung mode, you can't see your shot unless you flip the screen up. It's kind of annoying. So we needed a monitor to kind of put on the side to be able to see what we were doing. So we've used a 7-inch FEELWORLD monitor quite a bit in the past for all kinds of things, and we tried it on the Ronin, but it's a little bulky. It's hard to really get it in a position where it's useful. So we got this. When we got it out of the box, I actually thought it was smaller than I thought it was going to be. But I guess that's a good thing. I mean, we wanted it as small and lightweight as possible. I just didn't think it'd be that much of a difference from the screen that's on our GH5 and our GH5S. But it turns out it's great. I love the size, super lightweight, doesn't get in the way on the Ronin S at all. It's perfect, and just in a setup like this with the included mount, which is pretty awesome. Good for if you're shooting an interview or even handheld, I guess, if you're going down low angles and don't want to get your face down to see through the viewfinder or the LCD screen. It's pretty nice. Just for reference, it's about the same size as an iPhone 7 Plus. So one thing I really liked was that there's no wasted plastic. This is really all screen, which is pretty nice with the buttons on top. Easy to get to, so that's good. One thing that's huge with this is that it has 2 different kinds of batteries that you can use with it. So you can use Canon E6 batteries, which I have one on there now because we have a bunch laying around. So that's pretty nice because they're really light. And we took it on a 2-3 hour shoot last week, and this held up fine the whole time, so that was good. But it also uses the Sony NPF series batteries, which those are pretty sweet. So if you need more power, those are fine. I didn't expect to be impressed by the picture quality, and I was, so that's good, because we really got it just to use as a reference to see what we're shooting when we're using a gimbal. So I was very surprised that it was very, very effective for making sure shots were in focus, even outside. We used it outside. It comes with a little sunshade here that just velcros right on, which is pretty solid. So there's 3 customizable function buttons on top, which is nice. I programmed focus assist, like histogram, and then zoom, which gives you several, zooms in so you can see really fine detail if you're in focus or not. But just the quick focus peaking is awesome. We use that all the time just to make sure, especially with the gimbal, to make sure everything's in focus while we're moving around. All right, so to wrap up, I definitely recommend FEELWORLD 5.5 inch monitor when you're using gimbals, because it just allows for a lot more flexibility. We use it with some small rig accessories to mount it on the gimbal so that we can move it around without having to put the gimbal down, loosen, tighten things. So that's pretty great too. But right, just allows us to shoot more efficiently and see what we're capturing. So thumbs up.
There's no way to replay it because it's not a touchscreen, and it turns off here, so I can't manage the controls, and it's not working here. Bye.